Hey everybody, Nate Carter here with today's Cornerstone Connection Daily Devotional. And I've missed you. I've been gone for 3 weeks. My wife and I celebrated our 20th anniversary this year, and we just decided that we wanted to take our dream vacation together. And so we went to Italy. We've been gone for 3 weeks overseas, had an incredible time. And I'll tell you what, if you get into a conversation with me, there's no question that at some point I'm going to let you know that we just went to Italy, and then I'm going to pull out my phone and I'm going to show you pictures so you can see it for yourself. And I got to thinking about that recently and just thinking how, right now in the few days that we've been back in the States, I can take any conversation and turn it into a story about our trip. And I've probably told a couple of dozen stories already. And that got me thinking, why don't we do the same thing with our faith, right? I mean, why can't we take any conversation and gently and carefully and smoothly transition it into a conversation about what matters most, right? The gospel, and about people having the opportunity to respond to Jesus. If you're a Cornerstone member here or tender, you know that we're in a series right now about telling the story, about knowing and telling the story of the gospel. And that just got me to thinking about how, if we're able to take any ordinary conversation and then transition it into whatever's important to us, whether it's a trip like we went on, or the Packers, or your job, or your passion, whatever it may be, we ought to be able to do the same thing as we talk about the gospel. Rico Tice, in his book Honest Evangelism, talks about the skill of chatting your faith. It's basically, well, actually, I'll let you hear from him exactly what he writes in his book. He says, knowing Jesus is an integral, important part of your life, so it can and should be part of what you chat about. Not always in formal, now I am sharing the gospel with you ways, but as part of conversations about what we did at the weekend, how we're dealing with an issue at home or work, why we're really busy at the moment, and so on. It's just this way of naturally taking a conversation and steering it in the direction in which you can talk about Jesus. So recently I was talking to someone. We've been asking the question here at Cornerstone, who's your one? Who's the one person, maybe you have more than one, but who is one person in your life that you're praying for that doesn't know Jesus? And just the other day I was talking to my one on the phone. And I just prompted, in the back of my head, I felt prompted to just say, how can I be praying for you? And it was an easy, natural, low bar of entry for me to take a conversation where we were honestly talking about the weather and, of course, talking about my trip, and then converting it to something that was more spiritual in nature. Now, I didn't witness to this person at the moment, but I integrated God and my spiritual life into the conversation so that hopefully down the line, the hope is that if I'm naturally talking about my faith, just as we go about our daily lives, that this person and I will eventually be able to talk even more deeper about what that may mean for their life. And so this person I was talking to shared something that I could be praying about, and that reminded me, as I was praying about that with them, for them, that to be praying for this person's salvation. And I'll just say, even that, what a wonderful opportunity, should the Holy Spirit put it on your heart, to actually pray for the person right there in the moment. Even non-believers, even atheists, even people who are angry at the whole concept of God are touched by the idea that someone would pray for them, because it shows that you care. It feels awkward at first, and then it ends up being wonderful. Take it from me, I've done it a lot of times. So let me encourage you to chat your faith. And here's the scriptural defense for that from 1 Peter 3:15. Always be prepared to make a defense to anyone who asks you for a reason for the hope that is in you, yet do it with gentleness and respect. Friends, be prepared. Be prepared to chat your faith in regular conversations and then see what the Spirit does with it. Good to be back with you. Hope to see you soon. And otherwise, we'll see you next time on the Cornerstone Connection.